Hey, welcome to my channel, At the Starlings. If you're new here, my name is Peggy. I make videos about family discipleship, homemaking, and homeschooling. I am the mom of 4 children, plus foster mom to 1 baby. And I've been the wife of my husband Andy for 10 years. Today I wanted to talk to you about a really great family discipleship resource that my kids and I have done this summer that we really enjoyed. So this is what it is. It's called Little Pilgrim's Big Journey. So this is a take on the Pilgrim's Progress, the classic book for younger children. I'd say this is mostly elementary aged, but there are lots of really great discussion questions in it that could work even upwards towards middle school aged kids, I would say. So this book has just beautiful illustrations, and it really follows the original story, the original book, really closely of the Pilgrim's Progress. If you aren't familiar with the book, it was written in the 1600s by John Bunyan, who was a Puritan pastor who was put in jail for preaching and was told that he would not be released unless he would agree to no longer preach anymore. And of course, he said he would not do that, so he stayed in jail for several years. There was a couple different times that he was in jail, and during that time he had some dreams and stuff, and he came up with this story of the Pilgrim's Progress. It's an allegory for the Christian life, and if you haven't read it, it's an excellent book. I highly recommend it. I'll link below the version that my husband and I read together. We read it out loud to each other a couple years ago, and it became our favorite book ever. So now we're kind of big Pilgrim's Progress nerds, but if you haven't read it, I recommend it. So this is more for younger children. I'll show you a couple other pages there. As you can see, it's not too long. It has, I believe, 10 chapters. Yes, 10 chapters. So each day for 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, we did 1 chapter a day. I think there was a couple days where we missed it, so we may have doubled up one day or may have extended it a little longer. But the girls were so excited to read what happens next to Christian and to read all about his journey, the different people that he meets. It's really amazing. And at the end of each chapter, there's a section that has some discussion questions. So it gives you a summary here. So here's the summary for chapter 8. And then it says, understanding the allegory. It gives you a couple of discussion questions that you can do with your children. So I wanted to give you just a little example of one of the people that Christian meets. So in this section, he's on the King's Road. He's headed for the Celestial City. He left the city of destruction. That's where he originally was from. So obviously that is about our original sin and our slavery to sin, living in the city of destruction, the city that's headed for eternal punishment. And he is headed for the Celestial City, the King's City. So that is an allegory for our unity with Christ and the new heavens and new earth that we will reside in one day. So with Christ. So along the path, he meets an older man. It says, back on the king's path, they passed an older man named Atheist. They asked, have you seen the Celestial City? Atheist laughed. Oh, you know so little. The Celestial City doesn't exist. What do you mean? Said Christian. Atheist answered, I've been seeking this city for 20 years. It's nowhere to be found. But Hopeful said to Christian, we've seen the city. We must continue in faith. The king would never lie to us. Christian agreed. Yes, this man is blind to the truth. That's why he can't see the city. So you can see this is where he meets Atheist. They are traveling along the King's Road. and that's the conclusion they come to about him. So there are times when they fall into traps and snares. That one, obviously, they recognized what was going on there and they avoided, any downfall there. But there are times when they fall into trouble. So it's a really, really great story. Like I said, it follows it pretty closely to the original. And then at the back, there are some other questions, and these would be great, especially for older elementary and middle school students. So it has some more of the understanding the allegory questions, and then it has some applying the truth. So for example, from chapter 1, it says the first applying the truth question is, why does sin feel like a burden? And it references Psalm 38 verse 4. The burden of sin is what Christian is carrying on his back here. So it's got just really great discussion questions. It's something we enjoyed doing over the summer. So you can find this at lithoskids.com. I'll link that down below. I have no kind of affiliate link with them or anything. I'm purely just sharing this because we loved this. We really enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that someone else will learn about this and enjoy it with their kids. So this book was written by Tyler Van Halteren in 2020, so it's pretty brand new, and it was awesome. What it came with is this little coloring book. So I have 3 children that were able to sit and listen to this. So what I did was, for each different part of his journey, I copied the coloring page on my copy machine so that I didn't have to, use up this book or buy multiple books. I just made copies of it for each of my kids, and they colored the page based on which part of the story we were in. So that kind of gives them something busy to do while they were listening, and that worked really well. So it comes with the coloring book, and it comes with these stickers. If your kids are like mine, they love stickers. My 3 older children that did this with me are 6, 4, and 2, almost 3. All of them really got something from it. They all looked forward to it, remembered things from it that I was surprised they would remember. And then it also comes with this map that's right here over my shoulder that you may be able to see. We stuck it on our wall just with some Scotch tape so we could reference it. But here's the map. It goes all the way from the city of destruction all the way to the celestial city. So each day we would point to, where was Christian or where were Christian and hopeful at, last time. And, they could point to, they were there in the valley of the shadow of death, or, they were here at the interpreter's house. So it was fun to get them to see the journey that Christian and hopeful took. And, it's such a beautiful allegory for the Christian life. And there are certainly things in this story that I can identify when I've met the people that Christian was meeting, or when I've felt the way that Christian was feeling about things. So it's just such a beautiful story and a wonderful thing to share with your kids. So the map was really awesome. They really enjoyed that. So that's everything that it comes with. It also came with a little bracelet, which I don't have here with me. And it just says Little Pilgrim on it, so you could give it to one of your children to wear to remind them of the story of the Pilgrim's Progress. Maybe have other family members ask them about it, and they can use that to talk about Christian and his journey from the city of destruction towards the celestial city. So it'd be a really good way to share the gospel with other family members or friends. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. Again, this will be linked below if you are interested in this. Again, I don't have an affiliate or anything. I just think my children loved this so much. I'm such a huge Pilgrim's Progress nerd that when I saw this, I had to have it. So I just wanted to share it. It was really wonderful for our family. So I hope your family enjoys it as well. So hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.